battle, good footwork should take precedence over good power moves?
Depends on, you know. A lot of times, a lot of people ask me, how do I judge rounds like that? I really don't count the round. You know what I'm saying? If somebody has amazing footwork and somebody has amazing power moves, then you're waiting on the next person to mess up. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it should actually be counted like that. If it's some way that you have to break it down where it's no tiebreaker or anything like that, because everything is not always even or anything like that. It all boils down to how they swagger was. Then you're looking for different actual small moves or where they was actually faltering in. You know what I'm saying? When they're actually doing things like that. But I'm a favor of both. I like power moves just as much as I like style. I'm from California. Everybody does power. Not as new generation doesn't, but everybody from the old school, everybody did power.
So going back to what you said about you got to learn the new tricks and stuff. So what's your actual, the way you learn, how you learn, how are you training?
Well, when I started out, I actually started out doing one move at a time.
Yeah.
That's what I started. I wasn't trying to like you see now. You see a lot of these guys now. You don't know what years they're from. Because everybody blends so much now. Everything you have to be so well rounded about what you're doing now. You actually have to know everything. But back in the day, you didn't have to know everything. If you looked at any other old school crews, there was one guy that went after one guy. Oh, he does windmills. I can do windmills. Or he does head spins. I can do head spins. And that's how they used to battle. But now you got these well-rounded guys. You don't know what the hell they're going to do to you. But I started from actually just breaking down one move, windmills, flares, head spins, 6-step, 3-step, learning them each by each, not trying to blend them at first. That's the best way I think, actually, that's the way you should try to learn, definitely.
So what kind of training program do you have? Do you do any supplementary training?
You decide to go pro, and how did you go about that?
It started when I started seeing breaking videos. One of the first videos I ever seen was in 97 of competition, and I always was doing it. I started doing it in 93, and I'd always thought I was going to be a b-boy when I was 4 years old, and around 98, about 2000, the year I graduated high school, I took off and I came to Europe. After seeing a couple friends that was doing it, plus I knew people from my city that were actually doing it, that was already professional at it, that I looked up to when I was growing up through high school and everything like that. It just gave me a better focus. I was a sports player when I was going through school, and that's very far between to actually go pro. Not too many days everybody was growing up being a b-boy, and going pro, and it was like a skating thing to me. It was like skateboarders. You had to hit the jams, you had to hit the competitions, you got to get your name out there, doing the tricks, learning the newest moves, putting the style together and putting together a personality. But I still get nervous, and I think being nervous or being a little scared or something like that, it actually keeps you. Like if you're going into a fight, if you're automatically thinking you're going to win, automatically you're going to go out there and do some cocky shit. You're not going to do enough, but you're going to think you did enough to actually beat somebody, and you didn't do enough. You really weren't paying attention. But if you're scared, you're not going to hold back. You're not there to hold back. People that are put in danger, you put them into a corner of a wall, they'll strike. And they'll hurt you. Really will. You know what I'm saying? It's good to have some of that fear, because then you'll push it out of you. And once you get into your comfortable place, then it's done deal. It's over. If you're doing one-on-ones, yeah, you need sets. If you're doing crews, you need sets, but you don't need them as much because you don't have to worry so much down the line. You're worrying about what you can take care of, but you can also vibe with your boys or with your girls, and doing that, okay? But for me, one of the ways I actually do certain things is I actually deal in signatures, okay? Signature moves that people know of you or know that they can do. I don't never really ever want one to actually know what I'm going to do, because then that means I would get stacked, and that means I get boring, When somebody starts figuring you out that much, you're running those same moves at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, jams, etc. People are going to figure you out. I want to actually keep my style actually as way. I don't know what this guy's going to ever do. I don't know what the hell he trains, And that's what keeps you guessing. That's what keeps the people coming back and coming back. So if you're going to do competitions for one-on-ones, yeah, have sets, But have signature things that people know of you. That's the number one thing. And knowing your foundation too.
When you started out, what did you used to do outside the floor? Because you said now you work out 3 hours a day?
Yeah.
Where did you have to start as an off the floor?
Off the floor?
Yeah, at the start.
I was in school, so I was always exercising. That's what I used to do. I was always exercising. I was on the football team. I was on all these. I was doing athletic work. But outside now, what I don't do now, you know, like I said again, I wasn't that young. So I wasn't as old as I am now. So I didn't really worry about the exercising part because I was dancing every single day. I mean, I was walking somewhere, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have a car at that time, so I was always exercising on a bike or doing something like that. My life isn't like that now. I have like a house, I have 2 cars. I don't run anywhere unless I really want to now. You know what I'm saying? It's not bragging or anything like that, but it's the truth. You know, so now I have to motivate myself. I gotta keep myself motivated. You know, I keep studying. I have to, once you think that you can't get, you're done studying, that's when you lose. Okay, number 1. And this, you're always gonna find somebody that's gonna be better than you in this. It's always somebody better.
Breaking's changed quite a lot since it first started in terms of what people can do and how they do it. Just wondering what you think of where breaking's going to go in the next 5 years.
I hope it keeps going as far as it can go. You know, breaking is not that old. You know, it's not as old as ballet or tap or modern dance. You know, those types of styles are like ancient. You know what I'm saying? But b-boying is like what? I think like what? 35, 36 years old. It's so much stuff that still can be done now. Look at what guys are doing now. I see these guys now. Where was I just at? I was in Brazil, and these guys are standing on one arm, doing one arm pop-up head, like air chairs off their head, like bam, 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 bam. One hand, one arm, just going at it, bam, bam, bam. And I'm like, God, man, what are you eating? I don't understand. I already think like when I see Nagin, I'm like, I don't know how you jump that high and twist all around in the air and still land on your feet, but fine. This guy's just hammering into the ground with one arm, you know, I'm like, with one arm and onto his head. I'm like, so the moves are always they're gonna progress. You know what I'm saying? You got guys that's doing power moves out of this world, spin around their head. Look at Seiko, he's trying to beat his own record now of 23, 24, 90s.
27.
Yeah, 27 now? Is it 27? I saw him in Korea, he was trying to beat it, he got up to 22. He couldn't beat his record at that time, you know? Who is that? I think Pockets are one of them, holds the air flare record right now. You know?
Gatto.
Gatto?
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes up, it's like what? Is it like